So Borderlands 3's second DLC, Guns, Love, and Tentacles has officially been released, and there is some story to be had. While the core and focus of it surrounds Wainwright and Hammerlock getting married, they are not the ones I'm going to be talking about in this video. Instead, I'm going to be discussing the lore that surrounds everything else going on in the DLC, primarily its past. The planet of Zylorgos, Gythian, Eleanor, Vincent, and the story of them before they are introduced in current day. So considering I'm going to be showing echo logs, both collectible and ones from the main story, which help explain the past, if you wish to experience these revelations for yourself, then click off this video so to not get spoiled. Play the DLC, then come back here for further elaboration on the lore. With that said, let's begin. So the planet of Zylorgos happened to be the location where the Iridians had sealed away a vault monster by the name of Gythian. It's a giant octopus-like creature, easily one of the biggest vault monsters we've seen to date, whose name roughly translates to Eater of Hearts. Gythian does hold some sort of power, though we don't specifically know what it is. Based on what we've seen in the DLC, it appears to be an ability to sway the hearts of people, placing them under his command and will, or something like that. He also has the ability to grant eternal life for the price of the person's humanity. It's never specifically explained what Gythian's power is, but it does have something to do with people's hearts, as the name implies. What is incredibly unique about Gythian is it is hypothesized that it broke free out of its jail. Though, as no one we know was there to witness it firsthand, the truth about Gythian escaping its vault is unknown. What we do know is Gythian was killed. Whether it had been by the Iridians themselves, the Guardians who watched over the vault, or perhaps depending on the time frame when this happened, perhaps some vault hunters. Though that last one is unlikely, as Zylorgos was an uninhabited, unexplored land until its discovery when Gythian was already dead. However, Gythian did not technically die. His body was indeed dead, but part of him was still alive, its heart. Even more interesting is during the DLC when exploring the Iridian ruins, Guardians are never seen. Guardians are to act as the ones who guard vaults. In every game, when approaching a vault, Guardians are always encountered in an attempt to stop you from opening it. So perhaps after Gythian's believed death, even the Guardians thought Gythian to have died, meaning they were not seen because they believed he was not alive. So with only Gythian left on Zylorgos, enter the megacorporation, Dahl. A research team consisting of two prominent individuals named Eleanor and Vincent Olmstead had learned of and been researching Gythian as part of their research. It is here they discover the planet of Zylorgos and land to discover more truths about it.
Research log day 1. My name is Eleanor Olmstead. My beloved and I have arrived on the rim world of Zylorgos. We have finally found the beast of legend after years of chasing its name across the stars. Gythian.
Supposedly it means Eater of Hearts, but the original language is dead and lost to time.
A charming introduction as ever, Vincent, my love. Gythian's physiology can only be described as otherworldly. Though its body is dead, its heart still beats. This requires further study. Who knows what xenobiological revelations it has for us?
This is the start of a whole new life for us, my darling.
Research log day 37. My beloved has made a fascinating discovery. Go on, tell them, dear.
I am thrilled to report. The mountain above Gythian's resting place is home to a treasure trove of ancient ruins that seem to be from some sort of precursor alien civilization. There are technological marvels inside that mankind has only seen in dreams.
This could change everything.
Even more fascinating, my initial studies hint at a link between Gythian's eternal life and the technology itself. This will require further experimentation.
Do be careful, my beloved. There are some lines we should not cross. It is called the Eater of Hearts, after all.
Darling, really? You worry too much.
What makes day 37 of their echo logs most fascinating is it implies this was towards the beginning of the uncovering of vaults. They are blown away by the technology found in it, thinking of it as revolutionary, which is what Atlas went on to do with it. So I think this places Eleanor and Vincent's landing on the planet towards the beginning of Dahl and the other megacorporation's space exploration. But also what's interesting about this echo is Vincent describes a connection between the Iridian technology and Gythian itself, which implies, just like the Warrior and the Sentinel, Gythian is something the Iridians created. It makes sense as Gythian holds a power or purpose. The Warrior is a weapon and is used for mass destruction. The Sentinel holds knowledge of the future, and Gythian eats hearts or provides eternal life, still don't know his power. But the point is, he has a specific power. The Destroyer, the Rampager, the Grave Ward, to our knowledge, they held no specific purpose or power. They were just monsters. So for whatever reason, it could be that the Iridians may have created Gythian. So because Gythian is still alive, it still poses a danger. Vincent would continue to research the monster's heart, which would expose him to the power Gythian held.
Personal log. Initial experimentation has shown a definitive connection between the precursor artifacts and the power of the monster. The possibilities here are endless. Eleanor has voiced concerns about the limitations of what we should and shouldn't do. But I can't stop now. There is too much to be gained. Still, she has a point. I can't put anyone else at risk. Perhaps I'll...
The experiments Vincent was conducting was an attempt to gain eternal life just like Gythian had. However, to do so, he tested sacrificing parts of his humanity to do this.
Personal log. I don't think I can keep my secret from Eleanor anymore. The experiments have proven successful, but I'm experiencing some rather odd side effects. There's this writhing sensation inside of me, and I've begun sensing things that aren't there. Sounds and scents, movement in the shadows. I feel somehow robust, but frail at the same time. I need help. I hope she'll forgive me.
Eleanor would be aware that something is wrong with him.
Personal log, day 76. My Vincent has been oddly secretive lately. I'm worried about him. He seems distant somehow. Not aloof so much as distracted. He insists he's making progress, but says it's too soon to share his findings. I wonder what's going on in that beautiful mind of his.
As time passes, it would appear as though Vincent has become more and more obsessed with Gythian's eternal life. Whether this be part of Gythian's power or Vincent's own curiosity, I don't know.
Research log, day 162. I am worried about Vincent. He is obsessed with Gythian's heart. I can hardly understand the things he's been saying lately. He believes the heart holds the key to eternal life, but we still barely understand the mutagenic and metaphysical properties of Gythian's power. I don't know what to do.
With Vincent as obsessed as ever, he travels to Gythian's heart to conduct more experiments. However, he is consumed by the heart, becoming infused with it.
Personal log, day 175. Vincent went to Gythian's heart chamber alone. I chased after him, but I was too late. The heart consumed him. But he still lives, entombed within. Perhaps there is still a way to free him. Vincent's research showed the precursor technology had some sort of bond with Gythian's heart. I will need something to focus this bond. A ring. Yes! I will bring a sample of Gythian's heart back to our ship for further study.
Due to the connection between the Iridian technology and Gythian itself, Eleanor devises a plan to forge a ring from the Iridian tech which will connect Vincent to its wearer. Willing to do whatever it took to get her beloved back, she uses the doll's ship reactor to work on and get a sample of Gythian's heart to infuse with the ring.
Personal log, day 100 and something. I've lost track of time since Vincent was consumed. I can't sleep. I've been studying the heart piece day and night, and I think I've found my answer. The others won't understand, but no one matters except my beloved. I will make any sacrifice, cross any line if we can be together again. I need a large amount of power, so I am locking access to the reactor core to keep the others away. I won't stop until I've saved him.
2 rings were crafted, one for herself and one for Vincent. However, upon putting on her own ring, Gythian's power and influence slowly began to corrupt and take over her mind and being. Her humanity was then taken in exchange for eternal life. As for Vincent's ring, Eleanor, having kept her research hidden away from the other members of her research team, gifts one of them Vincent's ring.
Personal log, day 192. I've done it. The rings have been forged. A bonded pair to siphon Gythian's power. The moment I slipped my own ring onto my finger, I felt the power swell within me. It showed me things I cannot describe. I feel them scratching, coalescing in the recesses of my mind. But I am only half the solution. My beloved, there's no turning back. Harrington, could you come in here, please?
When worn, it draws out Vincent from Gythian's heart, and he takes over the host's body.
I am alive, or something like it. Eleanor put the ring on Harrington's finger, and now here I am, wearing Harrington like a glove. Yes, that's exactly how it feels. Like I am holding my hand against ice, but I am warm and safe. All around me I hear the steady beat of the heart, and I know that is where I truly reside. But I enjoy that life-giving rhythm. It gives me strength and drowns out Harrington screaming in the back of his mind. Or is it my mind now?
Considering the host's body only lasted for a short time, the two needed a way to supply more bodies so Vincent could continue to live on.
Harrington's body barely lasted a year. It seems the heart hasn't cured me, only passed my illness onto the vessel. I'll need a new one. For now, there are still some of the original research crew that refuse to be bonded, but we'll need a steadier supply eventually. They won't last forever.
To do this, they opened Zylorgos up to the rest of the universe. Other researchers, tourists, and whomever else chose to come to the planet were not allowed to leave.
The town is flourishing. The research facility and the precursor ruins draw many brilliant minds to our shores, while the tourism industry brings all kinds. Some of the worms come simply to gawk at the monster, some to hunt in our woods, some to cozy up beside the fire against the chill of our world. But few leave, and fewer still are permitted to join us. Slowly but surely, the power of the bonded grows.
And with that, a cycle is formed to ensure Vincent can obtain new host bodies whenever one dies, and Eleanor forms the Bonded.
You, all of you, have a disease. You just don't know it. But mortality can be cured. That is for those of you who do not break, and some of you will. But for those who prove themselves worthy, I can make you something new, something beautiful. Pledge your life to me and to Gythian, and together we will make you eternal.
So long as Gythian's heart continues to beat, their eternal life shall not come to an end. This cycle would continue without any hiccups for a short while. That is, until two lovebirds by the name of Alistair Hammerlock and Wainwright Jacobs book the planet for their wedding, unbeknownst to the occultist-like actions brewing on the planet. And all of that is the setup to DLC 2, Love, Guns, and Tentacles. While there clearly is a resolution on Eleanor, Vincent, and Gythian in the DLC, I chose to let you experience that for yourself, and if you've already played it, then you know the resolution. Anyway guys, I hope I explained the past and setup of lore to this DLC in a bit more of a canonical way than the DLC does. I know personally when I played through it, I was extremely confused as to the order of events as to what was happening, so I hope this helped explain things a little better. I do tell you not everything I stated is 100% fact. There was still plenty of speculation on things such as Gythian being an Iridian creation and such like that. So be aware some details are subject to change, but at least you know them and hopefully are less confused about it. So anyway guys, that was the lore of Zylorgos and the happenings on the planet. If there are any other videos about Borderlands 3, this DLC, or any other topics, then be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.